Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian, and I have decided to vlog daily from my country Ukraine since the start of this awful war with Russia. And today is Easter and I had my relatives visiting and they stayed later because of the air raid alarms, and this is the way Russians congratulate Ukrainians with Easter. So I had doubts whether I should film this video late because in Ukraine it's pretty late already, but then I have decided that traditions are important, and that's why we will have a more relaxed vlog today with me drinking some tea and telling you more about the traditions that matter. Because despite all the hardships and horrors of war, people all over Ukraine celebrate Easter as a symbol of resurrection, as a symbol of light that always wins over darkness and good that must win the evil. And one of the facts that I cannot forget is the thing that many towns and villages and cities of Ukraine were targeted by Russian troops during these festive days. And there are facts that Russians write the Christ has risen, which is the Ukrainian phrase Христос воскрес, on the bombs that they target on Ukraine. And for a very long period of time, when I watch a movie or read a story about some biblical plots, I thought that maybe some facts that describe evil are exaggerated, that the world is not about black and white. And today, being in Ukraine, attacked by Russia, we feel that, yeah, the world is black and white. And what they are doing here is the demonstration that evil exists, and the support of the world and the strength of Ukrainian armed forces is just the country, the proof that the good exists. But today, as I have promised, I will tell you a couple of Easter traditions that are important for my country. And the more we live, the more we fight, we realize that culture and traditions are very important. Many of you have told me about your Easter customs, if it's okay to say so, and I have recollected that, for example, burning old things and observing the fire, inviting spring, something that is common for Nordic cultures, is common for many people in Ukraine, and children especially love burning these fires. Also, Ukrainians typically quarrel before Easter, not on purpose, but because they are very much busy preparing. And I remember, it is very typical before any holidays, and I remember quarreling with my parents, like, why are you quarreling? Why are you so angry? And all of us were cleaning, I don't know, washing, rubbing, cooking, and that is because, the preparation is a very important part of the process. Then another thing, I don't know if it's characteristic for other cultures, but in Ukraine, there is a rule like you cannot touch this food before holiday. So you try to prepare lots of dishes. And when I say lots, I mean that in the villages where people are especially traditional, they have like two stores of plates on the table, because it's not enough space even on a big table for them to put everything they want. And you are cooking lots of food, and when someone wants to try something, it's forbidden because it's for a holiday. And then during the holidays you cannot eat all of that, but you're supposed to, and everyone is asking you, eat, eat, eat. And Ukrainians do like to feed people, and when you visit someone, you will definitely be invited to eat something. And traditional foods for Easter include Easter bread, cheese pasca, which is also a type of Easter bread but made of cheese. It's a dessert. It can be baked, but it can also be unbaked, like when you whip cheese, something for cheesecake, something similar. Eggs, of course. And these are the ones that we have prepared like, of course, blue and yellow to symbolize the flag. And the second very typical color my mom did then, that is a very traditional color. It is more reddish brown or something, and we prepare these ones by keeping and boiling them in onion peels. So you keep onion peels for several months, you collect them for Easter, and then you put your eggs in this water, you boil it, and you get the color. Of course, lots of meat, ham, sausages, some smoked products, horseradish, and horseradish with beetroots is a sauce, or how do you call that, to go with, and lots of cakes, and normal hostesses prepare like 8 various desserts. Of course, we don't follow these traditions a lot, but many people still do. And I personally always love when I get a basket from a village or something, and you can look at these different cakes and try them. And of course, people go to the church and to various services, and very often they are night services. They are pretty long, and this year the majority of them were forbidden because of the danger that this can cause to people, that all of us can be targeted, and we all know that Russians prefer to attack people when they are vulnerable. One of our authors wrote a book about wars with Russia, the previous wars, and he describes there a passage that never trust a Moscovite, and especially never trust him when something important is happening in your life, like a funeral or a marriage or a holiday, because they will always use this to make people suffer more. And definitely it is something totally wrong. Also, there was a tradition to dress something new, and many people were buying new clothes for Easter. I think it was more popular at the beginning of the century, but you never lose an opportunity to buy something new and dress it. And in general, I think that Easter is one of the most loved holidays here in Ukraine, because it marks the beginning of spring. The trees are in blossom, it's getting warmer, and finally it's getting warmer here in Ukraine. And I don't know, we have long winters, we have cold winters, and spring is always a sign of something positive, a positive change. So let's hope that this will bring us a positive change in our war, and we will finally be ready to get all the Russians out of our territory. But yesterday they were targeting Odessa. Odessa is a very beautiful city on the banks of the Black Sea. I believe many of you have visited it, or can visit it after the war is over, because it's very beautiful from the architectural point of view, its history, and it's an extremely diverse modern city with a very popular cuisine. It's a separate kind of cuisine that is loved by all Ukrainians and tourists. And they have targeted a house, and a woman, her mother, and her 3-month daughter were killed in this attack. And this is what Russians are doing on the territory of Ukraine. This is how they demilitarize us, or whatever they say. And I think that maybe taking into account this kind of format that we tried today, and yes, this is a bear, maybe we can try a live session when you can ask your questions and I can answer them. But I have never tried live sessions on YouTube, and I'm afraid to like go out and no one will show up. So please let me know in comments. And thank you very much for your Easter greetings. And the most important thing all of Ukrainians want is peace, but of course only after the victory. Thank you once again. Please subscribe if you like my vlogs, and Slava Ukraini!